Let's discuss the differences between concurrent receipt disability pay versus combat-related special compensation pay. All right, when it comes to classifications, CRSC is a special compensation, where CRDP is military retired pay plus your VA disability pay. Now, in order for qualifications of disabilities for this, CRDP is a service-connected disability, gives you that entitlement. Where CRSC, it has to be directly related to combat-related disabilities. And I've done deep dives into that in other videos, so if you have questions on what those are, watch that video. Now, when it comes to enrollment, for CRSC, you must apply with your parent service for verification that the disability is combat-related. When it comes to CRDP, it's automatically indicated and initiated through DFOS and the VA. They handle it. So don't go to the VA trying to apply for CRSC. They're not going to help you at all. Now, let's talk about what taxes you owe on these benefits. CRSC is non-taxable. Whatever portion you have of your retirement that is converted to CRSC, it is non-taxable. That means that if it's 100%, it's 100% non-taxable. You no longer have a military retirement. You instead have a special compensation. If it's 80%, then 80% of that is non-taxable and 20% is taxable. Now, when it comes to CRDP, your military retirement for CRDP is taxable. All of your VA service-connected disability pay is non-taxable. It is always non-taxable. Now, let's talk about dividing this up with your former spouse. If you have CRDP, yes, your retirement pay is dividable to your former spouse. If you have CRSC, okay, it is not divisible with your former spouse, at least to the percentage that remains of it. Again, if it's 100%, then your former spouse doesn't get to touch any of it. If it's 80%, 80% of your retirement is now converted to a special compensation. They would only be eligible for that 20% that remains. And obviously so on and so forth. So 50 would be 50 and so on. But always keep in mind that your VA service-connected disability payments, those are not splittable with your former spouse. Now, what is subject to garnishment for alimony and child support? Yes, CRDP is eligible for garnishment for alimony and child support, as is CRSC. That too is eligible for garnishment for alimony and child support. If you have any other questions on CRSC, I highly recommend that you check in with your respective branch of services division that handles the CRSC payments. They can answer a lot of these things for you too.